Hey guys, I wanted to do a review on the 1973 horror movie, The Exorcist. Now, this movie is, of course, made in 1973, and it was based off a book by William Peter Blatty that I have read and done a review on, so you can check that review out if you'd want to. But anyways, this movie was directed by William Friedkin. In the plot of this movie, it's about this young girl, Reagan, who gets possessed by the devil after playing with a Ouija board, and she gets possessed by this sort of like evil spirit, like this ghost, white-faced demon, Captain Howdy. And Captain Howdy's face looks pretty scary. Just looking at it just is very creepy. It looks just pale white, and it just looks very scary. And for back then, when the film was first released, people thought that was a very scary face to look at. Now, this movie is considered the scariest film of all time, and to this day it still holds up to be pretty scary. But this movie, there were people in the theater when it first came out. People were fainting. I think it was the hospital scene where people were fainting, but I'm not quite sure. But there were people were also vomiting. But this movie had some pretty good special effects with the head spinning, the exorcism scene where she was floating in the air, and the projectile vomit and all that stuff. Now, there were some pretty memorable lines, like the part where she's possessed and she says, "Your mother sucks cocks in hell," and there's this other part where she says, "What an excellent day for an exorcism." Those were like one of the more memorable lines in the movie. And I do agree with most people, this movie is a classic. It's really good. The acting's nice, the cinematography is also really good, and the way the film was shot altogether was really good. Now, one of my favorite parts were the spider walk scene, the masturbation scene where she masturbates with the cross and all that. And there's this one part where one of the doctors or whatever, like, they try to, like, they ask Reagan questions, and it's pretty silent in that scene, and then he tries to talk to Captain Howdy, and that part I thought was pretty creepy in the film as well. But this whole movie is very good, and I would definitely recommend it if you have not yet seen it. And I'm gonna rate this film a 5 out of 5 stars, the perfect rating for a movie or a book or a TV show or even a video game. And then, of course, after that, they came out with a lot of sequels and prequels. I hope they don't remake this, because that would suck if they did a remake to this film. Alright, so The Exorcist. So that's it for the review. Be sure to write a comment if what you thought of this movie, if you liked it or not. So that's gonna be it. Bye.